We are basking in the beautiful Mediterranean sunshine here in Nice ahead of the Men's Ironman World Championships. And behind us is the favourite part of Mark's week.
Oh yeah, it's tech tour time. Time to go and find some new tech. Are you ready, Heather?
I am ready. You can lead the way, Mark.
Well, let's split.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'll see you later. All right, well, just walked past Pillar Performance, and obviously we have used their product before, but this caught my eye. They are very much jumping on the fact that it is Jan's final race, and as a global ambassador, these cool little packs here, but as much as we like Stash, this is not really what I'm talking about. Inside here, there are new travel packs of the triple magnesium, which I personally quite like. And then we've also, apparently new to Europe, so anyone watching from Europe, we have this one, the Ultra Immune C, which is pretty cool if you're traveling a lot and racing. And obviously, yeah, I think it does what it says on the packet here. High impact immunity formulation.
Well, I've jumped onto the Nice bike course. I've come by the Full Gas stand here, and they have got the Nice Ironman bike course here to ride. So if you wanted to jump on and wreck your course beforehand, they've got loads on their database, and they are literally filmed, recorded on the course of the morning before or the morning of the race. And you can ride around it and get a full recce. Apparently, they're actually going to be updating the Ironman World Championship Nice course. They're going to actually film again on Sunday morning. Just get the updates on the feed station locations, the new sort of turnaround points, things like that. So, yeah, pretty neat. Well, I just swung by Win Republic. Always good to see Luke McKenzie. And I've got to ask, any new tech going on?
Yeah, no, we're always trying to evolve and better ourselves here at Win Republic. And we've had an exciting year of development. Currently working with Chelsea on a yet to be released suit that, I think it's really going to set the next standard for us here at Win Republic. And you'll probably see that in Kona in a few weeks' time. So we're excited to get it out there.
We can't see it yet, no teasers here.
Unfortunately, Chelsea has the only prototypes in her possession. So not here in Nice, but you'll see plenty of our pro males wearing our latest tech, which is the Lakeo 2.0 suit. So Braden will be out there, Ben Phillips will be out there, and we'll have a lot of our ambassadors in those suits as well.
Awesome. So all we have are these very cool flannel bucket caps.
Got to get down, gotta get down here to the expo to get one.
Who doesn't love a new pair of socks? And it just gets even better when they are designed or collaborated by Christian Blumenfeld and Gustav Eden. I'm at the Incyclance sock stand, and this pair here, a rather snazzy design, have a little bit of a nod to Norway. I mean, it is a bit of a fluoro colour here, not quite the blue and red, but a nod to Nice, a nod to Norway, just a cool pair of socks. And yeah, I'm always a sucker for a new pair of socks.
Well, this is a really exciting product that I've been dying to get my hands on for some time, because I've actually seen it sort of in the wild a couple of times already, specifically on Jan Frodeno's bike. This is a new saddle from Ergon, and I'm actually joined by Simon, who is the ergonomist, or what's your technical...
Whatever, head of ergonomics at Ergon, yeah.
Now, when did you start this project?
We started at the end of 2020 with the development with Jan, and then it took us like 2.5 years until now to really bring the final product to the start line.
Now, if you're not aware, Ergon previously have made lots of handlebar grips. Specifically on Canyon, you've got some really nice grips integrated into the bars. They do an amazing job. So I'm very excited to hear more about this. So what is special about this saddle?
First of all, thanks. I mean, it is like the combination, I would say, of a dynamic sitting with a well-engineered padding, and the overall weight of the saddle is also pretty low. So in total, it's totally focused on the performance and ergonomics of a triathlete.
Yeah. So when we talk about the dynamic fitting and comfort, that is accounting for an athlete being able to move around. You know, you're on a saddle for 180k perhaps, and you're not going to stay in one position for the entirety of that. So you presumably have differed sort of like the the thickness of the padding in certain parts?
It is the thickness of the padding, which meant that you can use it without a thick padding in your race suit to have a better performance during running. And the second with the dynamic sitting is that we have a lowered nose profile, which you can see it in the camera, which allows the athlete to move your hip a bit, so that the next pressure distribution that you gain with the movement of your hip affects your overall pressure distribution, and you have a pressure relief in total. That's the idea behind dynamic setting.
Well, I'll be honest, if it works for Jan, it's going to work for me. No, in all seriousness, it looks brilliant. I'm dying to try it out myself. Now, this isn't actually available yet, unless you go and buy one of the limited edition Canyon bikes. There's 50 of them available. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait until spring next year.
Yeah, there's more to come.
Yeah, and also a women's specific, because this we haven't mentioned is actually a men's specific, which kind of shows the level of detail you guys are going to.
Yeah, it's always Ergon typical. We divide into men's and women's anatomics, and so we have certain pressure relief channels for men and women overall geometry. So obviously this has to be a woman's version also.
So Mark, yeah, you like the technical, I know, but don't get too. What? Why? Where are you? Oh my God, Mark!
Oh, but it's there's Dave anywhere. Someone help me! Someone help me! Anyone?
Quick, open up!
Well, as always, I am drawn to bright colours, and you will recognise the colourway here. This is the Zwift team kit, and they've got some training kit as well. It's the first time in Surpass that we have actually seen a cycle jersey and some cycle bib shorts, which is pretty cool. Maybe it's a inkling of something to come, I don't know. They've also got a tri-suit here and some run kit. And then if we move forwards, I love looking through here, and it's a little bit of how well do you know your pros, because here we've got various pros custom suits. I'm liking this design here, but apparently this is last year, so that is actually a Trimtex. That's Simone Mitchell, if you recognise that one. And then if we move through here, we've got a couple of suits ahead of Kona already. So this is Danielle Blemel's suit, which we'll see in Kona. We've got Danielle Lewis, her suit here. And then if we actually move forwards, we get to a Nice suit. So we'll see this on Sunday. Any guesses who? This is Clement Mignon's suit, which is very cool. So yeah, we will see him racing. And then we also should take a look at the suit we will definitely see in Kona. The Surpass Insane suit, and this is what the Zwift team will be racing in, the Zwift Tri Academy. You won't miss them. And if you are liking the look of the Surpass kit, and you've obviously seen us wearing it with our GTN tri-suits, well, GTN and Surpass, we have teamed up, and we've got a pretty awesome offer of 25% off that's only valid until next Tuesday, the 12th of September. So all you need to do is use the code WorldChamps25 to get your discount.
We're now at the BMC booth. There is a lot to talk about here, namely the TT bikes, which I'll get onto very shortly. If you haven't seen our video on our channel already with the launch of their new TT bike, then do check that out. But first of all, I want to talk about this bike. So this is the BMC Speedmachine SLR Masterpiece. Now, this isn't a brand new bike. It's been ridden by the tour riders for some time already, but they can only make 4 of these per week. And the reason being is that it is a one-piece mold. There are no joins in it to keep the weight down, and also, rather than putting a clear coat on afterwards, they've saved weight by actually laminating the carbon as they actually build it. This bike, I think it's a 54, weighs just 6.6 kilograms. So the UCI limit is 6.8 kilograms. Obviously, they'd have to add a couple of things onto that to get the weight up, but pretty impressive. But the bit that we're all here for, really, is the TT bike. So this is the prototype that we saw Patrick Nilsson riding on at St. George, Utah for the World Championships last year. This was just kind of a step in the road to these bikes. Come with me. So I actually excitedly got the opportunity to ride this, say in the video on our channel already. This is their new bike that BMC have worked on in collaboration with Red Bull Advanced Technologies. It's been a 5-year project bringing together their F1 expertise and obviously BMC's cycling expertise, and trying to almost re-engineer TT and triathlon bikes. Now, interestingly, this is not just a triathlon bike, it's also a UCI legal TT bike. They've done that by basically being able to change the fluids system that's down here on the down tube. It's not on this bike, obviously. You can have 1.2 litres or you can have a 400ml tank as well. There is a straw that heads up through on the outside of the down tube, out through the head tube, and pops out and attaches up here. As I said, check our video out for more details on that. But what I wanted to talk about here and now is this thing. It's the Aero Motion sensor. Now, this isn't commercially available yet. This is I guess you could call it a prototype by BMC. They've been using it internally. It does a couple of things. First off, by being on the head tube here or the stem, it actually tracks your handling and any movement. So you can analyze your movement of your handlebars, your handling after a ride through their app, or you can also, or in addition to, you can actually look at your aero position. So you set a baseline in your aero position, save that, and then it will indicate how far out you are from that optimized position using light sensors. And again, also, you'll be able to analyze that afterwards in the app. But pretty neat. I haven't got the word as to whether this is going to be commercially available yet or not, but it is available with their Speedmachine 00 model. They are selling just 50 of these, so if you want one, you're going to have to move fast. Oh, and before I leave BMC, I just spotted this bike. You probably noticed it's someone's bike. They've set it up, it's been ridden on, it's got sticky gel on it and everything. It's Christian Hogenhaug's bike. This is obviously his bike that he's riding on, and it's got it set up how he wants for race day, bar maybe a couple of minor changes. Interestingly, he is riding a disc wheel, and I've heard from quite a few pros that they're going to be riding a disc wheel on this rather hilly course. But I thought the front end of this was quite interesting. So he's actually opted for the lower base bar setup, which you've got two options, this standard base bar or lower one. And I've heard, again, a couple of pros decided to go for this just for better handling on the descents. He's then got this adapter that just brings the aero bars in closer and also extends them out, so he's got increased reach. And I thought this was pretty neat. He's used electrical sort of shrink wrap to actually put these SRAM blips on the end, so you can have the system totally wireless. These blips are powered by coin cell batteries, so you can position them wherever you like. So it's a pretty neat idea. They are a little bit bigger and harder to fix somewhere, but it's quite a neat idea.
All right, it's always good to take a seat, isn't it, after wandering around, after all that excitement. I know, Mark, you are buzzing. I'm looking forward to seeing what you found. I have found quite a lot as well. Did you enjoy it?
I loved it, obviously, Heather. No, it looks like you guys found some really good stuff. I'm loving it, but there's still so much that we're going to have to make another video, Heather. Yeah. So stay tuned for Tech Tour Part 2.